If you're getting ready to sell your business and you kind of want to know what the lay of the land looks like, what do you need to know and why does it matter? This is a fantastic question. I'm Sylvan Bell, coming to you live for Consulting Secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales and business and a fantastic day to talk about you. Today we're talking about LOI games, letter of intent games, right? And so some of this may just be from natural use of business. So some of it may be a little bit more nefarious, maybe a little bit more engineered. Let's just start with the normal things. On the side of the buyer, they may do some sort of reach out to contact you, or you may contact them, right? And so from the beginning, it's not going to be an instant, yes, let's do business. There may be a little bit of a courting period. Hey, let's meet, let's have some conversations, let's do some sushi, let's do some tacos, let me see if I like you, let you see if you like me. And then there's going to be the formal introduction. Okay, the next step is going to be the letter of intent. Now, some people call it a letter of intent contract. Some people call it a letter of intent agreement. For short sake of term, we're going to say LOI. And then so LOI is a fancy term for negotiation. So sometimes some companies, they will start out with a huge pie in the sky number, knowing that they're never going to get there. And this is some, not all. And that they're going to take that price down during discovery, as we're going to call it, during the phase where they're going to ask you for bank statements and tax statements and validation. And so just be aware that a lot of times this number can start here. So one of the questions you could ask is like, is that really firm, or are we going to end up at half that amount? Right? I've seen people stick to that number. Like, we're going to give you 10 milli, and they come close, like 9.7. And I've seen people come in and say, we're going to give you 10 milli. And then they come in and like, we're going to give you 5. It really depends upon your company and what type of things that you've done in your structure. And it can also depend upon the company that you are up against, and that's what you need to know, okay? So here's the thing. If you're looking to sell your business in the next 0 to 36 months, and you would like some help with some exit strategies, you should absolutely reach out to the Deal Hotline, 888-DEAL-919, 888-DEAL-919. If you're doing at least $2 million a year in revenue with a 10% profit margin, no deal is too big. So you have to be aware sometimes, too, that there may be companies out there, and this doesn't happen a ton, but there may be companies out there that are having the conversation with you to block the conversation with another company. Like they really may not want to do business with you, but they know that you're a key piece of a business in an area or a territory. And by them locking you up, they're keeping the competitor from getting your company, especially if it's a really good brand or a really good name. That's one of the games that they go through, okay? Another game that you may get is what we refer to as go get this thing for me. Oren Clough refers to it as go fetch a rock. We love some Oren Clough. Like, go fetch a rock is, I want you to go get me all these documentations, and it never ends. There may be a point where you decide like, hey, look, I've given you enough information. I've given you everything that you need. What more could you want? Like, what more meaningful? You've got tax records. You've got, information from the CRM. You've got a data list. You've got bank statements. Like, you want my shoe size? I can give you my shoe size. Like, there is a point sometimes where you're like, time out. This is plenty enough. I've given you everything. Here's what we're going to do. And then occasionally what ends up happening is you get all the way to the end of the rainbow, and then they come back and they're like, sorry. And then it's like the sad horn. Warp, warp, warp. Your company's not good enough. And then, you could try again later, or we're never going to work again together. But be aware that, some of this is normal. Some of this is the natural ebb and flow. The natural ebb and flow starts with the LOI. That's a negotiation. Cool, we get that. Once that's done and you enter into your formal contract and you're saying, hey, we should really be working this together and we should really be meaningful about this, sometimes it goes too far. And occasionally those companies are out there blocking you from having a conversation with another company. But here's what I'm going to share with you. One of the ways that I've always worked with people is I'm very open. Hey, I'm really disappointed. Hey, this isn't what we talked about. Hey, why are we not doing this? Hey, why are we doing this? And it's okay. I'm very straightforward. I don't know how to sugarcoat. And so for me, this just feels like a normal conversation. Time out. When we first started talking, these are all the things that you shared with me. Why are we going down a different path? Or, you were with one of my clients and this is the way that we started this process, and now something's changed. What happened in this situation? What happened in this deal? Be aware that there's a lot of really good people out there, and there's a few people that just, not really so nice. You got 1 of 3 things to do from here. Just 1 of 3. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, you know what you got to do. Share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.